Mr. Lynch lives or will be alive forever. Good morning, Mr. Minister simply, or 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 simply, David, stay anyone not an inch. It's March 5 or 5th, 2025, it's Wednesday evening, we'll say once again, fortunately, once again, totally clear, scanned, it also very beautiful opening of March, it also seems no, it's the after like 13 and as 26 minutes 17 is really cool, like this video is cool, it's classic for the PS it's reports but there's go as absolutely very body was body I suppose I did, I'm sure. Attraverso del mio sometimes my pulse people should touch my so it's better perhaps for me and they also do the evaluation so for the ping and the auto and other things weeks per be sping and also the summer factor sping and the auto as software per esempio oggi ti ho su di chiesa così così ti andai di chiesa just for me was a figure that I'm supposed to problem but obviously it's winter it's cold it's fantastic it's really good at this matter but let's suppose that few weeks few days will be spring but however it's still winter as you know and it's also in fact at the same time it's more in fact it's also at the same time questo a me before it's a mio but 2 points spare this meters enough meters accettare is 2 points riusciamo a essere finiti nella guerra tutte così non si possono thanks to these 2 points Samia solo è stato fatto bullying for this affiliate people but there's also a second aspect pratically consistent in in general apart from last year the past years intorno a so remember a winter like this is like so it's a different aspect the fact that there's fatto good response is in general for me sempre is I can see also the situation and condition so for some is things is good I don't force of other people favorite sensations just also me but on this I like to sure think of that for example you know con le shower stability possible generally people do what showers so I don't know this event on them insistiamo not di absolute sì for sure that's the same thing as I just told before it's really beautiful but it's the same it's fucking beautiful it's not so Getting from the finché 3% this I repeat this just before 26 centimeters but important thing is that figure is anticipated just before yeah today yeah it's beautiful Blue skies in the sunshine also yeah my head in fact what I do in the sunshine as you know that's so my head and today like yesterday I cannot not kiss it because it's really beautiful it's impossible in this case not to kiss it yes also yes and adesso guardiamo consideriamo Dio così andiamo a vedere stanno le scale così scale esatto basta stanno le scale esatto no yeah vediamo forata 4 hours adesso un po' preso veramente su complete sicuro well so so from the window with the ricordiamo insomma tu praticamente more than 2 years fact is new in the codex new sentence with the code so sotto logo per che tu avevi capito si continua a ripetere insomma 2 years questo si vede che pensi tu easy non abbiamo no we also do better business in shot attivamente and l'asse di carta riconosciuta, questo ovviamente non si mangiare la misa, possono di chiesa, mettere lì, mettere lì, certo, sono di chiesa, attivati di agenda, certo. E infatti, sono di chiesa, non si mangia, certo. Che sei molto vivo, fanno la giornata di questo, e sei che indicatore. Usso di una vera resistenza, presso lo scherzo, e infatti, you like at breakfast. The dates, late Janus, Finkelson Mars, faccono sì, gli letti amini per Mars, the body parts that testifare di tre parole cinese, sì, professore di Fucani Breakfast, internet si ambiente, è stato visto, internet, partimenti di queste, sulla finché regole, il fatto di regole, sembra non esiste, sulla strada, la tua idea loro si vedeva un lito su Mars, era già stato di questo incontro, perfino. Lì presentino il suo signore, si attenzione, su dei, forte nel mito sono, Maria, no, sono io, stesso. E che fa, si sono, che fa, solo. And as you can see, the shots was my favorite of the biscuits. And but particularly say all the things. The first one is about the milk factory. We shot totally pensi inizia coppia così. Sono shock di fatto secondo me una short pagamento di una scelta. I will this also the fact that in breakfast was about what the disaster sarà mega bomba. The second thing is about this is factor 8. It's a bit of a theater Conan the Dance for me is at second place position because at the first place of position are the Pammi Series. In fact, I truly recommend them because they are really superb. Anzi, tomorrow, I suppose, if I want to die. If I can know, tomorrow to let my oil, see.